Step into the powder room with Kel.
All right, the time is 5 minutes past 8 right here on Lagos Talks 91.3. I'm giggling because it's been a minute since I've done this. Now, yes, if you're wondering, is that Kel's voice I'm hearing? Yes, it is. Okay, yes, it is. And it is time for the powder room. We've been away for a minute. When I say a minute, I mean more than a minute. I mean months. I mean, give or take a year. Yes. But we are definitely back because I feel like this show is so necessary. I feel like there needs to be more spaces where women and also men sometimes can come together and talk about issues that affect us all, especially from the point of view of women, and majorly issues that affect women as well. My name is Kel and you are very welcome to the Powder Room. All right, so this is our first episode for the second season. Hopefully many more seasons to come. All right, so let me get right into the conversation. So what I do on this show, right, is I have a guest who I speak with on an issue that majorly affects women. So I have male guests and I have female guests as well, but I have more female guests because, of course, no one can speak on the point of view of a woman like a woman herself. Now, speaking of women, the guest that I have with me today, absolutely phenomenal. She is a multi-award-winning independent Afro soul recording, singer-songwriter, performing artist, a former member of the Recording Academies, that's the Grammys, chapters board of governors 2019 to 2021. She sings about life, love, and issues that she is so passionate about. And when I say this woman can sing, bruh, she can sing. She also won the Headies Award in 2018 for her amazing single for the best alternative song, Fumilowe. That's one of my favorite songs. I'm sure by now you can guess what I'm talking about. She also won the All Africa Music Awards, that's AFRIMA, in 2016 for the best female artist in West Africa. You know, I could go on and on and on because this woman's CV definitely reads. I'm talking about none other than Aramide.
Hi, Kel.
Hi, baby girl. How's it going?
It's going well. It's going good. Very nice to see you.
Very nice to
this
see
week.
You too. It's like the only times I see you is when I'm bumping into you at your show, Acoustic and Covers.
Yeah.
By the way, big ups on doing that and doing that so well.
Thank you very much.
The consistency is amazing. The talent that comes through is amazing. And every time I see you perform, I'm reminded that you're not just a pretty face. You can sing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. So I want us to dive right into this conversation. Okay. So today we're talking music and motherhood. Now, you are a recent mother. I would say recent mother because your baby is still, I don't know, she's still a baby in my eyes. She's about 3 now?
She's 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah.
And such an amazing, kind-hearted, intelligent, beautiful little girl. So well done to you.
Thank you.
And of course, your husband for raising such a great child. All right. So first of all, now, before we get into the motherhood part of the conversation, let's start with music. How long have you been in the music industry?
I think professionally about 10 years. Because it's about 10 years that I moved down to Lagos, and I remember coming down and looking for what exactly, or thinking about what I wanted to do, if I wanted to do music or I wanted to, look for like a 9 to 5. So professionally, like 10, about that, yeah.
That's amazing. 10 years, bro.
That's a long time, oh.
That's a decade.
Yeah.
that's long enough for children to be walking and talking.
Yes. Yes,
goodness.
It's a long time.
So did you get married while you were in the industry or before you got into the industry?
Okay, while I was in the industry, that's when I got married. That's when I met the person and then I got married.
How easy was that conversation to happen? You know, when it comes to things like marriage, career choice is always a very important thing on the list to discuss. So was he somebody who was in the entertainment industry, or if not, did he understand what you were doing? Because most people that are not in the industry, they're like, I don't know what you are doing, but it's like, you stop this thing. Was there ever a thing like that?
No, not at all. So he was never, and he has never really been in the industry. I think the fact that he's sort of like a part of it is because of me. So I think first of all, where I met him was a place where they do like open mic and that kind of stuff. So he would just come there after work and just wait out traffic and that's where I met him. So maybe the fact that he met me in my own space kind of like helped the conversation get easy, and then I think as time went on, it like he was one person that I know that, or he's one person that I know that from time to time always encouraged me not to give up. Don't do a 9 to 5. This is probably what you're supposed to be doing.
Wow.
Yes, this is what you're supposed to be doing. This is what I think that you should be doing. A lot of people.
And he's Nigerian.
Yes, he's Nigerian. So I guess there are people that believe in other career choices apart from 9 to 5. There are people that believe that, you can actually have a career in entertainment and actually have a family and be happy. Yes.
Yeah.
So it wasn't having that conversation it wasn't so difficult because from the onset there was an understanding between us. Yes.
That's very key, an understanding.
Yeah.
Because being a woman has its own what's that word? I don't want to use like a heavy-handed word, but it's a challenge in itself. Being a woman, being in Africa, and being a woman in the entertainment industry as well. So, work-life balance. Do you have that? Do you have a healthy work-life balance? Would you say that you do?
Yeah, I'll say I do to a very large extent, because at every point in time, I think I always find a way to make sure that my work does not interfere with taking care of my kid or making the home like happy or whatever. I always we live very close to family and friends. So every time I need help, I think I always have like a very good support system. I have a very good support system around me. So if I have to travel, I can take my kid to my mother-in-law's place. There are a lot of people there that want to help and all of that. So I think having like a very strong support system is also very, very key, very important, and a support system that understands what you are doing and what it's about. It's not like you just feel like traveling and just leaving someone else to take your responsibility.
Okay. So when you decided to have your baby, did you have to plan it around your music career, or it was like, oh, baby's here, okay, let's do this? Yeah, I know that there's some people, especially women, they have to like make a plan. Okay, I'm going to just do music like 5 years, then I'll give birth, and then I'll come back, and I'll do this. Did you have to have that plan, or you just went with the flow?
I had to have the plan, because when I first, so before I got married, I knew that at the time I got married, I wasn't sure I wanted to get married at that time. But the person I was with was ready. It's not like I wasn't ready. I think I was afraid. I was afraid that I was going to lose everything. I was going to lose momentum and all of that, because things were picking up for me at the time. But we had an agreement that we were not going to be in a hurry to start to have kids and all of that. And the agreement stayed. So when it was time, we both knew it was time, although there was pressure here and there. You people have been married for 200 years. When are you people going to have a baby? When are you people going to? I'm telling you,
how parents can do.
Yeah. So it's So I think we didn't really bow to pressure. We were just ready at the time that it happened. And so a lot of planning always has to go into, especially as a woman, one thing that nobody tells you is when I feel like pregnancy is like the easiest stage of the entire thing. Yes, nobody tells you that like you'll be pregnant, you can still do other things. You will not look great all the time. Yes, you won't be able to slay. You won't be able to do all the things that you're used to doing. Have like your nice life and all of that. Be getting tired, exhausted, and all of that. But for me, like after going through it and seeing everything, I feel like that was like the easiest stage. Like nobody tells you that once you have the baby, you will not have time to go back. You won't be able to get back.
Also, for you, was the pregnancy was easy. It was after the baby came out. That's when the real work started.
Yeah, that's when the real work started. Because for the first 3 months, you're still even trying to understand your space and understand what your life has become. You're not sleeping. You're not. Like everything is just different. Now you're not even caring about yourself. You care more about the tiny human being and all of that. So it's different. So it takes a while before you get back into your real life. Even people that have like the regular 9 to 5, they have the 3 months maternity leave, and then they go back to work and they work half day because they still haven't. They are not able to recover from all that because you're still breastfeeding, you're still doing this, you're still doing that, you're still trying to get your life together and all that. So I would say the post was more hectic than the pre.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go on a brief break, but this conversation is amazing. When we come back, we're going to dive into, like you said, the post was the real work. So that's what we're going to get into after this break. And you know, of course, a break is not complete without your favorite star, Radla. So that's what we're going to get into. And when we come back, we'll have more for you on The Powder Room. My name is Kel, and I'm here with Aramide. We'll be right back.
You and I, it was perfect timing.
Waiting.
Butterflies when my belly been there by
Angela,
we they synchronize and the
my baby.
eyes I realize you're my paradise, baby. Oh,
Angela and Pinoy.
I know you know say you they
2019.
say I know you know say I did miss you.
So silly.
Say you they hold my hand.
Acoustic and covers with Aramide.
No matter where you go, I'll be waiting for you.
Hi, my name is Aramide, and I'm chilling in the powder room with Kel.
You're listening to The Powder Room.
All right, you're welcome back. This is The Powder Room right here on Lagos Talks 91.3. My name is Kel, and of course, The Powder Room is greatly supported by Star Radler. All right, so let's get right back into the conversation. During the break, I played for you such a beautiful song from Aramide, who is my guest today, obviously. That particular song, when was the last time you released the single? Because it seems like it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think the last time I put out music was probably 2021. Yeah, I put out an EP called Bittersweet. That was the last time I put out music, and I just...
Why has it been so long? Was it the joys of parenting get in the way?
No, actually, I think for a very long time, I think after that project, I was trying to find... So I was in the process of evolving. So that project was kind of like the last set of... Is this set of music? This English one had...
No, it happens to me too. So that project was like your last record. Just put it like
I was just done with that particular sound, you know. So I just wanted to put out that, and then so it took me a while because I was looking for another sound. I was trying to evolve. I was in that stage where I was evolving. I was working with different producers. I was working with different people. I was trying to find a new sound, you know, and I was recording. And when I recorded this song, I knew I had found the sound. I knew that I had arrived.
I get that.
I knew already. So I just went on that. I just kept going, and then I knew that it was time to put out music. Although people had been disturbing me, is it that you're not doing music again? Drop something. If I put my mouth in somebody's matter like this, or general topic, they say, go and drop music. Go and focus on your career. I'm like, calm down. I do other things. I also talk.
I used to feel bad when people do it, but now when they say it, I say, come on, carry me now. My house, come and beat me.
Like that's. It's not like you do just one thing, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get back to the motherhood conversation.
Okay.
Now, before the break, we spoke about how the real work is after you have the baby.
Yeah.
First of all, how hard was it for you to snap back physically and mentally after you had your baby? Because I know people always talk about, the snap back, she looks good. But I know that there's also that mental toll that pushing out a whole human being takes you through. So physically and mentally, how easy was it for you to just come back to you?
It was very hard. I think physically wasn't as difficult because I'm kind of like naturally like on the slim side. So that wasn't. That was
feeling like.
Well, look at me now.
You're proud, small, but
no, I'm not. No, I'm not. But that wasn't. It wasn't so hard. It was just. I just needed to make up my mind. And then I didn't gain so much weight.
But did your baby change your body just a little bit? Like
yes,
Kiki
I
Palmer,
added some.
Kiki Palmer, because I've seen
I
some of your
added
pictures
some in the right places.
Apart from that, your dressing has just switched up. And sometimes I see you, I'm like, Aramide.
When I realized that I now had some, some extra members, I decided to showcase.
Okay, so let's be serious now.
Yeah.
So mentally, how hard was it? What did you have to do to get back to who you were, pre-baby?
I think I didn't even get out of it mentally until maybe sometime this year, because first of all, I felt like I lost a lot of my friends. Because I wasn't going anywhere. Nobody was calling me for anything.
And I see you side eyeing one of your friends.
Yes, exactly.
And I support you.
And this particular friend used to come and check up on me. Then she's not part of them.
I see her when she goes shopping sometimes. Oh yeah, find something for Aramide's baby.
Exactly.
Like, okay,
She's not part of them. But mentally, so for me, I didn't have my baby in Nigeria. And I had my baby during the winter and around COVID. So you see, the combo of all those things was really
not. You were not in the country, so you were away from your family.
Yes.
Secondly, COVID.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So it was very difficult. So coming back to the country was, and I mean, I had a complicated delivery. It was really complicated, and I couldn't wait to come back home. It was cold. I didn't have a lot of help. Everybody abroad works, so I didn't have a lot of help. I wanted to come back home. On getting home, I think we're supposed to do a show, the show I do annually, and then there was a lockdown, so that first depressed me. So the type of help I was looking for, I couldn't get. I had to manage what my mom brought, so that was different again. And then I saw my body change. I was fluctuating. The days that I didn't feel good, I would lose a lot of weight.
Wow.
Then some days I'll feel great. I would gain weight. It was just a whole lot. Plus not sleeping well. It was a whole lot.
Wow.
So mentally it was a lot. It was a lot. And then I think even after making music, after dropping my EP in 2021, I still wasn't in a great place. I still was struggling with getting the right help, struggling with, what's going to happen to my career? What's going to happen to this? What's going to happen to that? Like it was a lot. Like that whole postnatal depression thing is real. It's real. Yeah.
Did you feel pressure to come back to work?
Yes, I did. I felt pressured. I felt like, everyone was moving except me. Everyone has moved on after COVID. I'm still stuck in that era of, I have a baby. I started telling myself, you don't know when I had a baby. What's your problem? Just snap out of it. But it wasn't as easy as as the conversation I was telling myself. I'll look at myself. Look at how you look. Look at this. Look at that. Look at what this person is and what that person is. It took a very long time. It took a lot of prayers, and a lot of talking to the right people to actually get my mind out of that dark place.
Do you think generally that women are under more pressure, especially when it comes to work, than men?
I think the pressure is different.
Comparing yourself to let's see your colleagues in the music industry. Yeah. Obviously, even if they get married, they have kids, they're not the ones who are physically carrying the baby. Their bodies are not changing. So do you think that they would feel that same pressure or feel a certain type of way?
No, the pressure is definitely different. I'm sure men also face their own type of pressure. It might be financial. It might be the pressure that your wife gives you because she's under pressure as well. So it's different. So did your husband
ever feel like that? Like, because you were under pressure, he was under pressure too as well?
I think he felt that way to a large extent, and that can it's okay. But things like that have a way of putting a dent over time, and then it could take a while before you realize that, oh my God, what's going on? I'm so neck deep in this dark place. I have to find ways of pulling myself out and making everything right. Yeah.
Were you treated differently before and after your baby? Like when you got back into work, into the music industry, did people treat you differently? Like, she's a mother, there are some shows we can't invite her for, there are some events we can't, want to book her for, or this or that. Did you get any of that coming your way?
No, not really. I think if for anything, I think I got a little more respect. I think I got a little more respect. I think because I was not in that place where I was as desperate anymore. I was, if you bring something to me, if I cannot do it, I will not kill myself. Like I will do it. If I like it, I will do it. If I push for it and it doesn't happen, I won't be that bothered.
That's after you had the baby.
after I came out after I had the baby and I came out of all of that,
okay.
I didn't feel the need to start to put myself under
So wait,
pressure.
did you start to work when you were still in that mental headspace of, oh my gosh, I have to do
Yeah,
this
I would
and
get
this?
some gigs at sometimes I would the thing is that every time I got a gig or every time I got something that was work related, I would be excited for a while. Then when I get back, I'll be like, oof, that's it. You know, and but right now I'm good. Like I'm really good.
Yeah, we see that. We see you. If you're listening right now, you would love to be a part of the conversation. If you have any question you'd love to ask Aramide, you can send your message to the WhatsApp line that is 0809 234 5913. I'm going to repeat that, 0809 234 5913. We're talking music and motherhood. What is your advice that you would give to women? Now, this is women generally, not just women in the entertainment industry, generally women who are deep into their careers, but they also want to start a family. What advice would you give them?
I think if you find the right person and you're very, very sure, you can actually start a family if you're ready. But the thing is, you have to be mentally ready. And not just you, your partner too has to be mentally ready, financially ready and prepared. You know, because sometimes no matter how much you love a person, if some things are not in place, it would spoil every other thing. You know, so if one person wants to have a baby and the other person is not ready, it can cause a rift. If one person wants to relocate and the other person doesn't want to, it can also cause problems. So you need to find someone that is in the same mental space and maybe not financial space. Make sure
maybe
that
not.
No, but you have more money than you. Nobody's enough to take care of you and at least 3 other people. You know, that's what I always say. Like, if you can take care of me and 3 other people, because if we marry, that's me, you, then maybe 2 of my relative or 1 of your relative and 1 of mine, or maybe I just always say it that way because when you have a baby, babies things are very expensive. From their food to their outfits to their lotion to everything, care.
And that's when they're still babies, and then the school
exactly
fees.
Before they even start school. So
When I
you
talk
know
to
that's
my
how we
friends and
say
they're paying school
me
fees.
and 2 other people. You know, so yeah. So anyone that like, my advice would just make sure that whoever you're with is mentally ready, financially ready, and you're just. I think that once you and emotionally ready as well. Once you have those 3 things on lock, you're good to go.
I think that mentally ready, a lot of people they push it to the side until it actually happens, and they're like, what am I doing? How am I somebody's parent? What's going on?
Yeah, because you will definitely encounter a lot of problems along the way. Problems that you didn't plan for. Nobody plans for bad things to happen. You know, like say for instance, all those people that say, oh, marry someone that has plenty money. What if you marry someone that has plenty money and then your money finishes? What are you going to do? Are you going to walk away? You know, but you have to prepare your mind that if this happens, I'm going to stay. I'm going to push until we get things right. So you need to be in that headspace with the same, and the other person, I mean your partner also has to be in that headspace. Not that, oh, when things go bad I will run away. Some people run away from problems and they just abandon their families.
Very true.
Yeah.
All right, last question. Do you think that the support of your spouse and of course his family has played a huge role in helping your work-life balance like way easier? Or sometimes do they get like overbearing and you're like, calm down now, let me just parent my child on my own? Because I know how some people can be overbearing, especially in-laws, and they mean well, but they might be a bit too into the mix.
No, not at all. They don't even put mouth in my matter. Because the type of person that I am, I don't put mouth in anybody's matter. So don't put mouth in my own. But
you literally mind the business that pays you.
Yes, I mind if you know me very well, I actually mind my business. And then I think that I've been very lucky to have. I'm actually I always say this to people. I think I'm very lucky with the type of in-laws that I have. You know, they're always super supportive. There was a time I had to go to Jos. My daughter was in my sister-in-law's house for a while, and I didn't feel like something was going to happen. You know, like, so all those kind of things, like, it makes me feel very blessed. You know, to have married into their family. I'm sure they are listening.
All right, so let's quickly wrap up because we're out of time. Any final words? Anything that you want us to look forward to? Your social media handles and any random advice you would just like to give?
Let me start with social media handles so I don't forget. So everywhere it's at Aramide Music.
Okay.
At Aramide Music. I have a new project coming up, and then I have a new single. It's called Waiting. It's available on all streaming platforms. So please stream my music. Use my music to do content. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. God bless you. And then my general advice would be, whatever you do, man, woman, whatever you do, just make sure that you are mentally prepared, to be in the space that you're setting yourself up for.
All right. Thank you very much for being here with me today.
Welcome.
I truly appreciate it. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Powder Room is definitely back. We're going to be here live on Lagos Talks 91.3 every Wednesday by 8 p.m. And of course, we're coming with our relaxing companion. I would put it that way. And I'm talking about Star Radler. Okay. And I'm also going to leave you with this quote, right? For a mother is the only person on earth who can divide her love amongst 10 children, and each child will still have all her love. So shout out to all the amazing mothers out there. My name is Kel. You can reach me on social media at Kel Online is my handle. And of course, you should definitely follow the social media page of the show at TPR Podcast NG. From next week, we're going to be having amazing giveaways. All right, so this was like a little intro. Yes, I know you're wondering where are the giveaways, Kel? Where are the giveaways? Don't worry, they are coming because I come with the best of the best. All right, my name is Kel, and this has been an amazing conversation. Once again, thank you, Aramide, for being here with me. I will be here same time next week, 8 p.m. Lagos Talks 91.3. God bless and good night.